Good morning. Today my walk is going to take me from Victoria Station, which is just behind me, all the way to Oxford Circus. I'm going to be going through St James's Park, looking at Buckingham Palace and through Green Park and then up to Oxford Circus. It's a beautiful spring day here today. It's quite cool, but it's very sunny. I've just been to the dentist, which is why I've been in Victoria, and I've just done a couple of hours work in a Pret, and now I'm going to walk up to my hair appointment at Headmaster's in Mayfair. I kind of love this walk because I obviously love all of the royal parks, and I used to actually walk this walk every single day to work, to go past Buckingham Palace every day, and I used to think it was amazing to do that. What a pleasure to be able to do that every single day. Victoria is really near Belgravia, so you can always do my Belgravia to Chelsea walk that I've got on here that you can see as well. Very pretty walk. This takes you more through the parks into the cities and into the shopping areas too. My dentist is actually called Hermes Dentist, and I joined that particular one because it was near my work when I first moved to London, and I've still been there all these years. I get really nervous with the dentist, and to start with they had to give me like drugs to get me in the chair. So it's called Hermes, and I picked that one because not only was it near work, but it sounded like the bag brand. There you go, reasons why you pick dentists. Right, let's go. So Victoria itself is obviously a very busy station, so if you come in here you might be coming on an overground train, you might be coming on a tube, you might be coming on a bus. That's why it's so busy. There are also a few theatres near Victoria, and one of the notable ones is the Apollo, which is showing Wicked, and it's got this big like bright glistening sign, sparkling sign outside, so you definitely know you've got to the right place. I haven't actually been to see Wicked, probably need to rectify that, but I have been for an afternoon tea that was Wicked themed from one of the amazing hotels that is nearby. I also came for a royal afternoon tea at the Rubens Hotel recently, which was really nice, and you could actually look out on Buckingham Palace Road, which is where I am now. So here is Buckingham Palace, and it's probably only taken me about 5 minutes to walk here. 10 minutes max, I guess. It's just quite a straight road all the way from Victoria here. You cannot miss it. As you can see, there's always like a little bit of like work going on. There's always a few barriers up, and it's always really busy. And just next to me is Queen Victoria's Memorial, which is also quite the centerpiece, bit of gold on it. And this is the mole that you will have seen so many times from all the parades and the weddings and the big fly pass that the RAF do. And next to us is also St James's Park. So while I'm here, I'm going to take a little detour into there. Okay, so on this side of the park, there are two blossom trees that are in full bloom. And have you ever seen so many people so excited? There are so many people taking flowers. It's a real proper canopy of flowers. It's really impressive. You can't really see the palace from that area, but that doesn't stop it being super gorgeous. And I have to sort of stick my neck out and say I think this is one of the busiest parks in London. You've kind of got that perfect mix of tourists and Londoners having lunch, because you're really near lots of places where people work, so it's like literally a perfect storm. There's also loads and loads of daffodils, and they're in absolute full bloom now. It's like the end of March for reference, but I don't know how much longer they'll last. I'll probably always say with these things, if you do want to come here and get a shot when it's quiet, the best time to come is going to be early morning because London seems to take a little while to wake up. So Buckingham Palace is just up there, and down here, which is just next to the lake, you can see here, there's all these beautiful cherry blossoms in a beautiful row, and they're all around the edge of the lake. So it's just the absolute perfect time to come and get your photos. This one behind me is absolutely beautiful, and the petals are all falling off. There's just like carpets of petals everywhere, which I'm not going to argue with. I'd quite like those in my house. Okay, so now it's begrudgingly time to leave St James's Park because I really would like to stay, and I'm going to go now into Green Park, which is right next door, and this is going to connect me to Piccadilly, and this is going to connect me to where the Ritz is and take me up into Mayfair. So Green Park to me is a bit of a kind of connector park. It's the one that you can get to Hyde Park from the other side of Green Park, you can get to St James's Park, and you can get into Mayfair. So I think of it as always like a bit of a somewhere to go through, but not necessarily somewhere to like land on, somewhere to spend time. But it's actually really beautiful. It has all of these gorgeous flowers. It's obviously where Green Park Tube is. It's a nice place to spend an afternoon. My little detour around St James's Park probably took me about half an hour because I was really enjoying the walk around there. There's also a big cafe in there. This little walk up Green Park to get to the Ritz is probably going to take me about 10 minutes too. If I wanted to wander around Green Park, I'd probably add on like an extra 15-20 minutes to do that. Once you're at the Ritz, you can also go into Fortnum and Mason, which is another favourite of mine. And there's also some humongous bookshops down there with Waterstones being on about 6 floors, I think. It's incredible. So well worth spending time looking at the shops around there. Failing that, it's time to go to Bond Street, which I think is where I'm going to go. It'll take me up Bond Street, which has got all the big designer shops, and then I'll go to my hairdressers, which is on Maddox Street. That will hopefully only take me 20 minutes, otherwise I'm going to be late. I've been going to Headmasters for my hair doing 4 years now. I kind of had a bit of a problem when my hair was so blonde it wouldn't really grow. So they have this thing called winter blonde, which I did to take it back to my natural colour. And then over the years, the conditions got better and I've gone blonder and blonder, but it's high time that I sorted out my hair. One of the other things to note is that they film some of The Crown in a place called Lancaster House. You can't go in it on normal kind of days, but on Open House London, they open it up and I've been there and it's so cool. It's like basically what they use as Buckingham Palace in The Crown. So if you can ever go, check it out, get it on the list. Speaking of Hermes, slightly different of Hermes, a little bit more luxury than the dentist. So by now you'll find yourself on Bond Street, which is obviously the land of luxury. This is the most beautiful street to walk down, full of inspiration, creativity, money, well-dressed people, nice coffees, nice bags, nice shoes, fancy cars. Definitely recommend having a walk down here, even if you're not planning to buy anything. And if you do want to buy something, oh my God, imagine the experience of walking into one of these incredible boutiques and buying something. This street will take you up to Oxford Street, which crosses over here. From there, you can jump on the tube at Oxford Circus, or you can go and have a shop. We've got obviously stacks and stacks of amazing high street, and there's also things like Selfridges, the gigantic department store. You can also turn right at any time to get to Regent Street. And Liberty, which is, you know, beautiful Tudor building. So you can have a beautiful time, lovely afternoon roaming around. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my scenic walk from Victoria to Oxford Circus. And it did thankfully only take me 20 minutes to get to my hairdressers on Maddox Street. Okay, so that's me with my hair done now. I'm re-blonded again. I hope you like it. I've just come to have a look at Neill Train and they're beautifully decorated in time for Easter. So you can see this behind me. And across the road at Hedonism Wines is an enormous Easter egg display. So if you like Easter decorations and you like Easter eggs, go and check it out. If you've enjoyed my little walk today, make sure you like and subscribe so I can do more of these. Take care.